I'm Alexis.
And I'm Tiffany, and we're the hosts of Legit KidLit, a video series where we get to see into the secret and silly lives of authors and illustrators.
Legit KidLit welcomes Reina Luz Alegre for episode 5. She has lived in the Miami area with her family and dreamed of becoming an author since the 2nd grade. Her debut middle grade novel is The Dreamweaver, and it came out in June of 2020. This book is told with humor and heart, is a story about family and friendship and finding where you belong. 12-year-old Zoe helps her grandpa save his bowling alley on the beach while learning to stand up for her own dreams. Let's get to know Reina a little bit more. We are very honored to welcome Reina to Legit KidLit episode number 5. And we are so pumped to get this started. So, our first question is, if your book were turned into a movie, what scenes would be in the movie trailer?
Okay, I have to tell you how much I love this question. If the Dreamweaver were made into a movie, what scenes would I hope would be in the trailer? So I thought about this a lot, because I think a lot of writers, we think of our books as we're writing them as kind of like a movie sort of playing in our heads. So I think there would be the tender moment between Zoe and her grandpa, who she calls Poppy, at the bowling alley when they're remembering her mom who passed away, and there would be the heartbreaking scene when her dad leaves early in the morning without her saying goodbye because she's upset that he's leaving her indefinitely at her grandpa's house. And then that would give way to like more hopeful, fun scenes where she starts making friends with the bowling team and we're practicing, and then like maybe a little fashion makeover montage at the mall with Zoe and her friends when they go, well, she can't really afford to shop very much, but they go try a bunch of clothes on, and then maybe some tension with the sound and like the sounds of bowling and all the like clacking and thumping, all the sounds of like the bowling alley really vividly in play when they're at the championship scene, where they're at this bowling championship that is really important to Zoe, that she thinks is hopefully going to be able to save her grandpa's bowling alley from foreclosure if they make enough money at this championship. So she's not only hoping to win it for her team, but she's also hoping that it'll be a really big success for her family. So it has a really personal element. And then maybe end with a scene of Zoe telling Poppy, her grandpa, that she doesn't want him to lose his life stream. So I just would hope it's just such a fun question. If I could make a movie trailer or a movie for The Dreamweaver, I'd wish it would capture like the fun, the heart, the humor, the competition, the heartbreak, the sweetness, and then end on like this hopeful note.
I would definitely see that movie. That sounds beautiful.
So you mentioned Zoe, the main character. She enjoys bowling with her friends. Did you enjoy bowling when you were a kid, or how did you kind of decide to use that theme?
When I was a kid growing up, and as a student, I did bowl like occasionally at birthday parties and with friends. And for The Dreamweaver, actually did a lot of research. I was never on an actual league or a team, but I watched like a ton of professional bowling and youth bowling tournament videos. And actually the inspiration for one of the characters, the captain of the bowling team, who is so intense about winning, was like directly inspired by like all the kids that I saw in the bowling tournaments on TV who were like, and on YouTube, who were like just so young and so very serious and intense and so focused. I really admired like their determination and their commitment to bowling. They just were so impressively intense, and so I tried to convey that in the book.
Speaking of when you were younger, do you have a cringe-worthy moment from when you were little that you'd like to share with us?
Oh, it's hard to pick just one cringeworthy moment. I feel like I've had more than my fair share of cringeworthy moments growing up. But one that comes quickly to mind is that, like in middle school, at any party, I was always really shy and I so wanted to dance, and I just was so shy and awkward that I didn't. I would just like eat whatever snack was around the whole night, and I would like be this very nerdy girl standing next to the chips or like the fruit punch or soda or whatever. Like I would just busy myself eating nacho chips or potato chips or whatever instead of dancing, watching everyone else dance and wishing I could work up the courage to dance, and like very occasionally venturing in maybe with like a big group and then like sneaking back out to my safety net of the potato chip table. So I look back and I cringe on that, and I wish I had been a little bit braver and a little bit less self-conscious and just like let go and had a little bit more fun. But I don't know, to any kid out there who also, I know right now we're in a pandemic, so no parties, but to any kid out there who before the pandemic or when things get back to normal, if you feel like you're shy and you want to eat potato chips instead of dance, even though you really do want to dance, I hear you. It's okay.
So in addition to bowling, do you feel like you can relate to Zoe in any other ways?
Yes, I feel like I really identified with Zoe always wanting to help her family and her loved ones, even if she goes about it the wrong way. And maybe sometimes her loved ones might feel like she's meddling a little bit too much, and they are like, we're fine, we don't need your help. But she's like, no, I want to help you. So I feel like I might sometimes be guilty of that, wanting to meddle and try to fix things, because for me, worrying is love. And so I identified with that, and also I, like Zoe, I also try to be resourceful and thoughtful. The nice thing about being an author is that when you're writing the book, you can make sure that your character ultimately succeeds, which is not always, unfortunately, a guarantee in life, but, you know, we do our best. And so I really like that about Zoe, and I try to be that way too. I try to do my best.
In the Dreamweaver, the setting is at the Jersey Shore. Do you have any specific ties to that area, or what made you decide to go with the Jersey Shore?
My editor is actually from New Jersey, and the Jersey Shore just seemed like a really fun setting, and I actually did a lot of research on the Jersey Shore. I Google mapped it, and I looked at a lot of like real estate listings just to have like a sense of what the buildings and the homes look like. Like when I was like describing Zoe's grandpa's house, and I looked at like what activities are around, and just did a lot of research about the Jersey Shore, just because it seemed like a really fun setting.
I think that would be really cool as a writer to, you know, explore new areas, almost like you're traveling and researching, but not actually going.
It is, especially now when even if I wanted to, I couldn't travel, because of the pandemic. So it is fun to research other places. It definitely makes my bucket list humongous, because I want to go like everywhere I research.
What is the grossest thing you've ever eaten?
I love this question. I had to really think about it. So even though it's like the most typical food expected of pregnant ladies, when I was pregnant, I really, really loved pickles, but not with ice cream. I couldn't stand ice cream, weirdly, because I love ice cream normally, but I really wanted to eat pickles with cottage cheese like all the time, and pickles with everything, like just pickles on everything. So it's a little bit, pickles and cottage cheese is kind of not like the best combination. At least, I don't know, it doesn't feel that way now that I'm not pregnant.
So speaking of food, inquiring minds would like to know, is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco?
I had to think a lot about this question. And I guess it's both technically, but it feels also like it's its own thing. Okay, in all honesty, I probably would eat a hot dog bun with like anything else inside if that's what was on hand, but like it also isn't like if I was like actually making dinner for like other people, I wouldn't think to put anything except for a hot dog inside like a hot dog bun, and I wouldn't think of it as like a taco or a sandwich. So it feels like these are all their own things, like their own separate, distinct things, unless we're just broadly defining anything as like something between bread, in which case then it's a sandwich and a taco. I'm not sure. They're all tasty though.
That hot dog sandwich question gets my students so riled up. It is ridiculous. And it's almost like the more you talk about it, just like you did at the end, the more confused you are. And you're like, but they're good. So, but it's so funny because if I want to get kids riled up, that is it. That is the question. All right, we are going to set a timer for 1 minute, and you are going to answer you're going to name all of the songs with the word baby that you know, and bonus points if you can sing some of them. Go.
I'm in such big trouble. The only song I can think of with baby randomly is, I think it's Justin Bieber, where like that's like the only word in the song. It's like baby, 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 oh, or I'm baby, 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 no. Hold on. I know other songs. Rockabye Baby. That's a depressing song because it's a song about a baby in a treetop. That's just a bad idea. Baby. No. I feel like there's a song called Always Be My Baby, and I don't remember who sings it. Is it Mariah Carey? I know there's like a million songs with the word baby in it, but I'm having trouble on the spot. And I don't know if it's been a minute. Babe. Yeah, I keep coming back to, I think, the Justin Bieber one. Okay, I'm drawing blanks. I'm sorry.
Do you have any writing quirks?
So for writing quirks, I am always best at writing like on Microsoft Word on a laptop. I don't do that well with like free writing in a notebook, unfortunately, which I wish I did because I feel like it would be easier to just jot stuff down than to like set up the computer each time. And I'm looking down at my notes. I have to feel like I really know the character, especially the main character, like as if like it's a person I know, like a friend or a neighbor or like just someone that I would know in real life. And then I feel like I can write what they're going to do because like I know them. I know what they would do and how they would react in this situation. So it's weird, but I like think a lot about my characters. Sometimes even when I'm not writing, just like feeling like, even though I'm making them up, I feel like I'm getting to know them as like real people.
Will you be offering virtual visits this year? And if so, how do we sign up?
Yes, I would love to connect with students who are reading The Dreamweaver. On my website, www.reinaluzalegre.com, there's a contact that basically just says email me, which is Reina, and my email is reinaluzalegre@gmail.com.
We challenged Reina to a minute to win it, and now she has challenged 3 middle grade authors. Let's watch Reina, and then we will post the other challengers later.
Hey there, Reina Luz Alegre, author of The Dreamweaver, and I'm here to do a minute to win it challenge for Legit KidLit. And I've been researching, and I saw a bunch of cool ones about building stuff with things like plastic cups. So I thought, why not try to build something like a shape with my book, with copies of my book, The Dreamweaver. So I'm going to try in under a minute to create a book stack that looks like a heart. Can I do it? I'm not sure, but I'm going to try so you guys can be the judge and let me know if I succeed or if I fail. Starting now. Okay, I think I'm out of time, and this is as close to a book stack heart that I could get. If you can sort of see it, the shape, like that. I don't know, but that was fun. Okay, now I challenge other middle grade authors to do a Minute to Win It challenge. So here's challenging Annika Fajardo, Jessica Kim, and Evan Walkenstein. I can't wait to see your Minute to Win It challenges. Thank you. Bye.
Reina, thank you so much for spending time with us tonight and for being so cool. We had such a blast, really.
Thank you so much for having me. This was such a fun interview.
And we'll be back next week with a new special guest and some crazy new fun. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Tiffany, and we're signing out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.